Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at my battles from Season 2 where I hit like rank 3 in the leaderboards with a really unique team. But let's take a look at leaderboards first, because actually people considered me rank 1 and I got like tweeted as rank 1, which was also kind of correct at this point of time, because you see like rank 1 and 2 at this point of time. And look at the battles, 1874 and 1816, while I have 1631. Whereas the problem there? The problem is that I made all my battles every day and I was like 200 battles below them. And the reason why is actually kind of interesting. This season there was like a bug or like a mechanic that got abused basically, where you could like lose up to 15 games per set. Like if you win one like this after the first 5 battles, the set would just stop. But if you like lose 15 in a row, then the set just stops. But if you like usually you don't think, okay, why the hell would I want to lose 15 battles in a row? But another thing which also played into that was that there is something special that Niantic programmed for Go Battle League. If you drop too low in your rating, you're gonna get like some extra boost to your MMR gain, and people abused that. So they just went like 0-15 all the time in the beginning of the season, and then got better MMR gain later on, which put them like way easier, way higher in the leaderboards, got them way easier to legend, and also like super unfair at this point of time. But yeah, so that was like really fishy there. So both people above me 100% used that, like there was no doubt about them. I think both of them also like said that they did that. There's nothing like, I wouldn't say they are like bad battlers or anything like that. It's just like, it's not comparable. That's like more the problem. Here we have our team with Togekiss, Regigigas, and the... what's it called? The Rhyperior, not Regigigas. What the hell am I saying? Oh, totally Regigigas. I always say Regigigas are the thing. It's Melville, of course. Melville and Rhyperior. But very interesting. Here also, by the way, this video which I'm currently taking is from Zionic, because I didn't do like my own content before. So if you see like some transitions from him, that's like kinda why. He was kind enough to showcase my battles early on. He also helped me a lot in my YouTube career in general, and like in general to get like people know me. So big thank you for that and big shout out there. I'm also gonna link his old video in the description. It has like 130,000 views or something, like something super insane. But yeah, we had the Alga here in the lead against Togekiss. Togekiss always wins in the 2-shield. Here my opponent swaps out perfectly, so you get that. But I have my Rhyperior, my opponent has a Giratina. I think there's nothing we can do here at this point. Rhyperior was such a nice pick back in the days there, because he had like on every team he had the Alga, he had nearly on every team Metal. And this was just like so nice. But here we have to go for the Rock record, and there's no way we can win this first game, I think. But it was also like tough in general. Yeah, my opponent just shields here, good game there. So this team was still very interesting, as like no one really was using that. Like my problem always for Masters is I just don't have the Pokemon, because I'm super unlucky with IVs. In general, like I tried to lucky trade for a lot of things there, but I never got them. Like no Dialga, no anything. Here we have a super positive lead, and I expect my opponent to swap out immediately. Oh, we also still have the old switch menu, which is funny. Here you see the power of Rhyperior, as Rhyperior has to shield once though. Otherwise it can't deal with it, but if you shield once you can farm all the way down, which is super cool. My opponent goes for the, not for the bait, and we can take 2 moves there. I think I threw my move, but I think I actually didn't click on it. But I also lagged like a turn there, which was interesting. My opponent, yeah. But I can farm all the way down now. We don't have to shield another one. He gets to another one here, but then we have like 2 superpowers stored. Having 2 superpowers with the Rhyperior, which is like attack rated as hell, is always so nice. So my opponent goes into Giratina, and I go for the superpower. Look at my plays back in the day as well. Like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, there was no reason for me to rush my decision there. But my opponent actually shields, and I'm gonna go out into my Metal at this point of time. My reason being, I need to... Actually, I shouldn't have done that, should I? It's difficult. I actually shouldn't have done that. I think I should have went into Togekiss immediately. I know that Togekiss basically hard walls both of them. So from here, I kind of wanted to get like some damage on him here already, just to kind of, I don't know, like it wasn't not the best play, I think actually. I should have just went into Togekiss immediately when I saw the Giratina. as my as the opponent's Garchomp couldn't have done anything, and my Metal still has some play against Giratina, so... But it was actually not the best play. Like, yeah, I'm still playing like a complete idiot at this point of time, but it still worked out for rank 3 in the leaderboard. Here my opponent gets to the Sand Tomb, which is really bad for us. Am I still in German? No, now it's in English. Actually, my first video I submitted to, I think, Yang that time was in German. And here my opponent actually gets off the move against me. I kind of have to shield here, but my opponent actually goes for the Shadow Ball. I'm gonna go for the Area Ace and hope that he shields here, because I think I still have the Rock Wrecker stored, and Rock Wrecker does so much damage. My opponent shields perfectly fine. I can go for the Rock Wrecker, and they should be able to KO the Giratina, I think. As we should be able to win this game then. Oh, it actually does not, but the next move gonna KO, and good game there. Oh, we still have the Garchomp, but yeah, Garchomp with 1 HP against the Togekiss. Have fun with that. Next up, we're gonna have a transition by Zonic. Togekiss against Melmetal. Here we always have to kind of go into the mirror. It is actually fine for me that my Melmetal has such bad attack stat there, because then I could sneak in my superpower in between his superpowers. If I throw it at the same time, he gets to 2. And here I threw my Rock Slide, but it didn't go through because Niantic is Niantic. Like, you actually saw me clicking on the Rock Slide. I was like super unfortunate. That shouldn't have been the case. My opponent goes into Zekrom, which is interesting, which just makes sense as it does not want to see the Togekiss. I actually should be able to get a shield here, shouldn't I? I should be able to get to 2 superpower, like a Rock Slide and superpower. I go for double superpower here, which is, I think, a decent play. But we're still not in a good spot at this point of time. Does a lot of damage. Can we get the shield from him? That would be sick. I want a shield here. Can you get a shield? I actually didn't watch the battles before, so you see my direct response there. I don't get the shield. Here my opponent goes for a move, and we have to say what it is. It's gonna be the Wild Charge, of course, gonna take us out. And we have to hope that our Rhyperior can deal with whatever is in the back. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Dialga, and Dialga is actually so good for Rhyperior, as at this point of time we can just farm all the way down. We don't have to throw anything. There's no reason for us to throw a single move. We can just farm them all the way down. That's the beauty of Rhyperior. And this is still the case at the current date, so if you want, you can try out Rhyperior as a Dialga account. You have to shield once and then have like all the energy, because they farm all the way down. My opponent has a Smell Metal still in the back, but I am at 100 energy. There is nothing really I can do here. He can do here. He actually let it go. I can swap out, and if I can get to my superpower in time, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be able to win this game, as I'm gonna win the CMP with my Rhyperior against him. So here we are in a really good spot. Anyway, my opponent has to throw. He throws 1 before I get to my move. Good for my opponent, but we should be able to win CMP against him here, and this should be able to KO the Melmetal at this point of time. So yeah, times when Rhyperior had like some play in this league, that was like good times. You see, like, I think it's not as good anymore, because you see like too many different Pokemon that like are good against it now. But in this dense meta back in the day, that was like one of the best sleeper picks. I just used it because I didn't have anything else to use. So that was the main reason there. He goes into Dialga, I can go into my Rhyperior, even if we are a bit late here. Unless we are like super late, we already see we got like to half there, we should be able to farm down. So there shouldn't be any problem at all. Ironhead, of course, would KO us, but we can just farm all the way down at this point of time. All the energy, and we basically always get shield no matter what he has in the back. Maybe a Groudon would be difficult. He goes into Giratina. We should be able to get to 2 Rock Wrecker here, and we should be in an okay spot. This gonna get the shield first, and we get to the second one at 6 Mudslaps, and the first one at 7. Which is always kind of nice. We get to this one, and this would do like 50% of his health. Rock Wrecker is a really strong move, and yeah, look at this. He's already super low. He throws his charge move, which is good for us. We can just gonna go for he goes for the Omnious Wind. Okay, we're gonna survive that. He can farm us down, but I don't think he can get too big a move against our Togekiss. Now it depends why he's in back. It's his own Togekiss. We have our Melmetal. We can align perfectly, and this should be a good game. My opponent also surrenders at this point of time. Nothing really he could do there. Next up, we're gonna have Togekiss against Groudon. This is a super good matchup. This is also why I actually have had Aerial Ace on this thing. I think right now you would rather have the boost option with the ancient power, to be honest, if you play Togekiss right now. Togekiss is still a really strong Pokemon in the current meta as well, but here you see like the Groudon matchup. It would be actually sometimes better right now because Groudon sometimes just like runs Dragon Tail right now, which is like getting him less energy, so I think it would be even a better matchup. But here we can just go for the Aerial Ace that should put him into range to farm down. And yeah, we're gonna be able to farm all the way down here. We win the 0 shields. We win in every shield scenario there. My opponent goes into Melmetal. I'm gonna go and mirror that. And my opponent goes into Dialga, which is not the best mirror. At this point of time, I should not waste a shield. I hope I don't waste a shield here. Because if I have my Rhyperior 2 shielded, I think there's nothing that can take my Mudslaps. And he does not shield at all anyway. So if we get a shield here, we can just go later on into our Togekiss, I would say, and farm him down. I think that it would be still a play. My opponent double shields there. If we can get to another one, he throws here. I'm not gonna shield here, exactly. Actually, see the Rincon there. My opponent goes for Draco Meteor, even better for me. I should go into Togekiss. I go into the Rhyperior, which is not the worst idea. As we get some farm, but it was not necessary. But we can just go for double superpower at this point of time to try to KO him. I can just shield here, no matter what he's doing. It doesn't really matter. If he goes for the Rock Slide bait here, he does. It is fine. We can just go for the superpower. He needs 2 superpowers to KO us anyway. And we already have 2 stored. There shouldn't be anything that would threaten us at this point of time. Even though we also have like still our Togekiss in back, and Charm still does a lot of damage against Melmetal. He is 1 Mudslap away, and this is going to be a good game. Next up, we're gonna have a lot of people that I don't really see anymore playing the game, which is sad. If we have Groudon against us again, like good lead for us, and my opponent does stay in, which is really interesting. As yeah, Groudon, not a good matchup, always loses basically, so yeah, something weak against Togekiss in the back as well, it seems. And we're gonna see like the Fire Punch here. And yeah, back in good old days, like you only saw like Groudon was actually like something that got really just introduced there, as it just got access to Fire Punch before Groudon was not a thing as well, because he wanted to run like Earthquake, what was like Fire Blast or something, or Solar Beam. Have fun with that, like no one runs that. But here we are just gonna be able to farm this thing down. And my opponent goes into a Metagross, and this is bad for me. Metagross is like a core breaker, but you usually didn't see any Metagross at this point of time either. Now you see even less because they're all like in the level 50 league rather than in the level 40 league. So here we just go for the Rock Slide. We actually get the shield, which is super good for us. We really needed that at this point of time. I think I have to shield here because I have to respect the Earthquake, which he's gonna go for. And now I can just go for the double superpower, and I think I would not shield anything from him anymore. And then he might have Dialga on the back. Like looking at his team right now, he needed something that is weak to Togekiss in the back, otherwise he would have swapped out with the Groudon already, especially if you already have this thing. So it most likely is like something like Dialga, which has not the best Togekiss matchup either. I tried to Hex Swap there actually, but didn't work out. But yeah, he goes for the Meteor Mesh, which I'm actually gonna survive. I'm gonna go into my Rhyperior, because I expect him to have like Dialga or something in the back, and I'm just gonna go for the shield here, and I can farm him down, get some extra energy, and if it's Dialga, I get to the superpower before him. So it is Dialga. I am already a superpower, I'm just gonna farm a bit extra, but I think my opponent already surrenders at this point of time, yeah. We can just mod shut him down. There was nothing my opponent could have done. Even if he didn't like surrender at this point of time, it's like nothing he could have done there. We already had too much energy. The superpower would do like, I don't know, 70% or something with the Mudslap damage. We definitely would have won this game either way. My opponent goes into Metagross and just completely surrenders from the game. Good game there. Next up, we're gonna see Togekiss against a Melmetal. Really bad matchup. We can go into a Melmetal, do the same thing, try to mirror. He always gets an extra quick move in there because the menu was like so bad at this point of time. And my opponent goes into Giratina here, which is decent because there was a really common team there was like still had like Dialga in the back, so maybe that's the team again, because nearly everybody used Dialga back in the day. Dialga basically had no counter unless he had like Melmetal, and I basically brought like triple kinda counter to Dialga. I mean, you still have to shield with my lead and my closer, but with Melmetal was like basically the best Dialga matchup. That's why Melmetal was even a thing. It was not even the best. Like, you don't have the best stats on it, but you have like decent-ish attacks, but they're all not stab, so I don't know. I don't know. Here we actually got him really low. I could have actually shielded here and get a shield back, but it just goes for the Omnius Wind, which is fine. I'm gonna go into my Rhyperior already and get some extra energy there. And now Defense has in the back. He has a Dragonite in the back, and I think that's gonna be it for this game. I have to bait him with a superpower here, but I don't think there's any way where I can win this. A Rock Wrecker would of course kill him here. He shields, but like I don't know how I would win this game anymore. This is just hard counter on hard counter on hard counter right now. Double Dragon, Steel Double Dragon is actually a really smart line. Definitely could work out there. But can we get to the Flamethrower, please? Please? I should have baited with the Aerial Ace, I think. But even then. I'm gonna let this go. I have to farm. Oh, we let. This game I under-tapped as well. This shouldn't have happened. And no, we lag. Oh, yeah. I think I actually could have won this game. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go at this point of time because of the lag. That was like so dumb. If we got the Flamethrower off, I think we would have won this. Because we had like still enough health and shields to get some energy as well, like against the Mundle, against the Dragonite, and KO the Dragonite with the Rock Wrecker. That was so unlucky in this, like the last game here. Thanks all for watching this video. There was a lot of fun to look at some older battles again. Like it's just right now it's kind of dry, so I'm happy for the next cup we're gonna get, and that's gonna be it for me. Thanks all for watching, and see you next time.